Greetings from the Gold Coast. So I've forgotten, so I lived on the Gold Coast for a few years, back about 10 or so years ago, and I forgot what it was like to drive here, to be honest. So people are just absolutely mental the way they drive here on the Gold Coast. It just, I've got the GPS going through my ears because I just cannot. If there's a wrong way to turn, I will take the wrong way every single time. So I've got the GPS humming through my ears. I forgot what it was like, how people drove here. It's just, wow, I thought it was bad at home, but people here, they're just constantly up your ass. Just absolutely no just consideration. It's just, it's not pleasant. It's not pleasant. Yeah, but it'd just been to see the nephew, which was wonderful. It was really good to catch up with him. I'm on the way up now to see Beck, so it'd be wonderful. Can't wait to meet you, sister. It was really good seeing the nephew. He seems well. He seems happy, so that was really good. So I've seen a little bit of family now. So the trip is coming together very, very well. It's nice. Just wanted to get this concept down. Shouldn't be a long video, I don't think, but just stuff I'm seeing. Sunfresh, great big sun logo, and I just went past this place called the Italian Australian Club, and the whole thing was just this big triangle at the front. This club was grand, a great big orange roof, big triangle at the front of it with a great big sun hieroglyph there as you walk in. Just sun worship and triangles and orange, and the Italian Australian Club it was called. It was just stood pride of place there. Just suns everywhere. I just got a commemorative $2 coin when I was at the shops there. Got a commemorative $2 coin. Got a great big sun on it, and that's the commemoration. It's just give me strength. It just makes me ill. But we spoke about the concept of marriage, and it just made me think about what marriage actually means. So if you marry someone, who are you making the commitment to? The other person, right? So who is the marriage in front of? There's a car right up my ass now, and I can't move because I've got a truck boring up next to me. It's just, seriously, we're on a freeway and it's like I can't even see its lights. But who do you like? So you make the commitment. You make the commitment to the other person, right? But the marriage is before the state, and it's generally some sort of church figure, like a preacher or a pastor or someone like that, you know, someone of the church who's generally a Freemason. But the commitments to the other person and the actual marriage is before the state. It's before the state. So what's the actual agreement mean? So you've made the commitment to the other person, but the marriage is to the state. So what does that commitment mean? It basically means money, doesn't it? It's money. So all of your finances go together, because the commitment of the soul, the commitment of the spirit, the commitment of sharing your lives together, that's to each other. That's got nothing to do with the piece of paper. It's got nothing to do with the state. So when that marriage inevitably goes bad, which I think about 60% of them do these days, when that marriage inevitably goes bad, the consequence, the fallout, what do you have to do? You have to sort through your property and you have to sort through money. That's about it. That's all you have to do. And then there's the kids, which generally just goes to the woman anyway, because equality in 2019 is in the family court is all about the woman, of course, because that's what equality is all about the women getting elevation over man. But that's not what this video is about. So when it goes bad, you have to sift through your finances, you have to sift through your property, and the woman gets the kids. So in the Bible, in the Old Testament, they all took many wives, didn't they? They took many wives, and they have children to those wives in the Bible. But that's frowned upon today because that's called polygamy, and we can't have polygamy. Polygamy's a bad thing, and to me, I mean, who wants to be with a polygamist anyway? I mean, if you're with someone, you want to be with them and no one else, don't you? And in saying this, I don't get marriage. I don't understand it as a concept. to me, to commit to somebody for the rest of your life at one moment in your life, to me, it's a growth inhibitor. I mean, what if you find the Lord? What if you meet each other and you find the Lord during that time, and the other person won't hearken and they think you're a raving lunatic? That marriage would have to end, I would have thought. Now, is marriage today of the Lord? So if anything happens within that marriage, or if that marriage ends, has that got anything to do with the Lord? I don't think so. To me, it's another concept that was in the Bible that's been hijacked by Freemasonry, and it's now subject to Freemasonry rules. That's what I'm thinking at the moment. And if you're out there and you're married, and please don't think I'm not talking about your marriage. This isn't a reflection of your marriage. No. It's not about that. It's just, this is a diary, and it's just my thoughts on, I've never got married, I've never understood it. And to me, these things are clear. The commitment's made to the other person. It's before the state. The state is Freemasonry. It's before the ceremony is done by a religious figure who's of the state, which is Freemasonry. And modern day marriage doesn't even resemble marriage that was in the Bible. I read there yesterday in Joshua where Moses, he was told, I can't remember who told him, to leave. That was an angel, actually. It was an angel of the Lord. He was told to leave that wife, to tell that wife to go away and go back to their homeland. And Moses did that. And all his wife, or that wife, and all the people associated of that household had to go back to from whence they came. So marriage to me is just another Freemason concept that most people have just fallen for. I pray you're in a happy marriage. If you are in a happy marriage, I mean, this isn't directed at anybody in particular. It's just my observations and reflections of what marriage is. So that's marriage in my book. So good to be back in Brisbane. Good to be back in Queensland. I'm really enjoying myself. I just told my nephew then, he wanted to go for a beer, and I'm like, no, I don't do beer anymore, mate. And he's like, what? I think he was a bit surprised with what he found there today. I think I've changed just a little bit. But anyway, this video was about marriage. Off to see Beck now. Really looking forward to meeting your sister. And until I talk to you again, it's goodbye from the Gold Coast.